Hey, it's Pete, GCI Turf. Hope you're doing good and got something I want to show you. Well, I'll show you in a minute. Let's talk about the grass. So, if you're one of those guys or gals that you could care less about the yard, then don't pay any attention to what I'm talking about. Just, you can watch and have fun watching. I don't know. This is for the guy or gal that may be starting mowing and is curious to know how you get the stripes in the yard and how you make straight lines and how you mow. I mean, not everybody knows how to mow. Believe me, I know, because we ride up and down the street every day and I see people that don't know how to mow. So that's what this vid's going to be about. All right, this is what is called a right stander ZK. 29 horsepower fuel injected engine. It's the biggest engine they offer. 52-inch deck. We made a switch this year. I've been with another brand for a very long time and I made the switch. So I'm gonna actually keep one of these at my yard, at my house. This is my personal mower now. You have been used to seeing the X mark walk behind, and it has went to the shop. So this is what you'll see me doing my mowing with. Occasionally you will see me do the mowing with this because I'm curious to know a little bit more about this. And of course, the reason we went with the right walk behind is strictly because I was sold on that, and I'm a OCD guy. I like it to match. So that's why we got two yellow mowers and not one red and one yellow. I know I got issues, but it's okay. We'll get over that. But anyway, first thing you need to do when mowing is you determine your mowing height. That's very important. Now, let me show you what I got over here. This is a very nice, lush, tall fescue yard. It prefers to be tall. That's why it's named tall fescue. Kind of like that's a white truck. It describes that truck. Well, the name tall describes this type of grass. So it likes to be tall. So if you have a mower that can't cut it tall fescue may not be the grass you need, or you may need a different mower. One of the two. We just have so much trouble or so many issues with folks cutting the grass way too short. So that's the only reason I'm stressing that and really stressing it hard. Okay, so this is a big deal. This is where the confusion happens all the time. Folks get their mower and they look right here and they say, oh, let's go down here and let's put it on setting number 4. And that's got to be 4 inches. Well, not necessarily. I've got it on that setting. You can see these little eyelets right here. The pin goes in those eyelets, and I've got it on the setting so that it's at 4 inches. Well, look at here. What do you know? 4 inches. That one happens to be right. Now, when we go over here and check Mr. ZK, you can see here I've got this one also on the 4-inch mark. So according to the number right here on this gauge, it's supposed to be at 4 inches. Well, what do you know? Look at there. That's that's about 4 1/4, in between 4 and 4 1/2. Will a 1/4 inch really matter? Not really. But I would much rather it be off in height, up high than down low. Meaning, if it read 4 inches, I don't want it to actually cut 3 3/4. I would much rather it cut 4 1/4. So that gives it a little room to play there. So I'm good with that. I'm gonna talk you through this on the ground, and then we're gonna go to the GCI drone and actually show you the mowing. If the drone's laying there today, my gosh, it's windy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put virgin stripes in the yard, meaning this is the first time I've cut the grass. This will also give you an idea if that light mower's gonna strike worth a hill of beans. So I'm gonna mow the yard this way, straight to the house. And since I have a zero turn and I can make my turns, I'm going to start on the far left side with my lines. And when I do that, I'm also going to start and make my first pass a short pass. It's much easier to get a straight line in a short distance than if I started here and tried to drive all the way out there. I'm sure my line would get a little crooked at some point. So I'm gonna make a short line and then feed off of that line all the way over. All right, so the next reason, why do I start on the left? Well, I start on the left, so when I go down, I make my turn and come back this way. Well, why is that important? Well, that's important to me because it keeps me from throwing grass in the beds. Because if I go this way and turn left, my discharge is gonna whoop, throw it all up in the beds, and that's just kind of not a huge deal right now because I haven't put my pine needles down. But once I put my needles down, that's gonna be a very big deal. So I'm gonna start on the left, go straight, make my turn to the right, come back down. Same thing, right, come back down, and until I get all the way across the entire yard. Now, for those of you who have baggers or you mulch your clippings, then you don't have to pay any attention to anything I just said because you don't have to worry about throwing clippings in the bed, right? The thing I am a fan of is a straight line, okay? Now, obviously, those are brand new mowers. I've never seen a grass blade, so I'm not expecting them to be super straight. I'm gonna give it my best. But what I mean by that is opposite of the straight line is I know you've seen the guys that ride in circles, and mow in a circle, and mow in a circle, and they throw all their clippings in one spot. You can't do that with a high-end yard. You just can't do it. You want the clippings that come out of the deck to be evenly dispersed over the entire yard. You don't want to leave chunks and clumps and crap all in the grass. That stuff mats the turf down and will choke it out. Man, look at here. Let me show you this. Is that Poa trivialis? Nope. That's tall fescue. Get back here and look at it. Now, what happened? I had a lot of local comments within our company and a lot of emails about what the heck, man. Well, one thing in common that everybody did is they cut their grass, and then we got that hard frost, and that kind of stunted some areas of fescue. You can see I got one there. That's fescue. That's not trivialis. I still have my 4 clumps of trivialis in the backyard. That's fescue. All that's fescue. Let the ground warm up a little bit and the heat kick in. All that'll heal up on its own. All right, so the one thing I want you to pay attention to when I'm doing this mow, and you'll be watching it from up top, is my system, meaning how I turn around, how I line the mower up, that kind of thing. And hey, let's talk about stripes. I'm getting ready to learn if those right mowers stripe as well as the previous brand. Now, of course, I'm not expecting a ton out of it with one cut, because if you watch the previous mowing video, I will mow two times this way, then I will rotate it 2 times that way, rotate it 2 times that way. So in 6 weeks, on the 7th week, I get back to this stripe. So it takes me a few cuts to get the grass trained to get it lay right. Well, I know you're asking, well, Mr. Pete, you mowed it this way last time. Why can't you mow it that way for the second time? Well, this is a 48-inch wide mower deck. That's a 52-inch wide mower deck. I'm one of those guys that with a 52-inch deck, I use 51 inches of the deck.